And the player introductions are wrapped up. The starting fives for both teams, as we're just about ready to get this one started. Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. With Brent Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. Here's a look now what's coming up for the Milwaukee Bucks. On Monday, they'll head out on the road to face the 76ers in Philadelphia. And then on Thursday, they'll face off against Donovan Mitchell and the Toronto Raptors. And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. The guard set is Garland and Sexton. Dillon Brooks out there with Maxi Kleber. And it's Zubats in at the center. And for the Bucks, they've got O'Neal. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Nurkic. Then it's Ilyasova. And it's Kornet in at the 3 spot. Well, the season's still in its very early stages. But, Brent, how long before some teams decide to shake things up?
That's a good question, Kevin. I think it depends on what the expectations of your team are going in. And if you get to the early part of December and you're not seeing the fusion of some of the guys and the play style that you expected after making either an off-season acquisition or the improvement of some of your younger players, I think that's when some of the discussions in front offices start to happen about what kind of movement could happen for our team. And that might be for getting better for the rest of that season, or starting to think about the subsequent seasons ahead.
Here's Kornet. Lets it go from deep. Garland with the rebound. From deep, Brooks. Nurkic with the block. And out of bounds. Last touch by Brooks. An outstanding defensive play to earn the Mobile One block.
And making a statement right away, letting them know they won't get any easy ones when he's around.
Garland against Nurkic. Latrey hits the three-point bomb.
Trying to space the floor there. You know, Nurkic did not hit a three-point shot in his first 4 seasons in the league.
And the call will be against Yusuf Nurkic. That is his first foul of the game. About 1 minute into the first quarter. And the call will be against Yusuf Nurkic. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's a whistle. He did not want to hear his second foul, and we're not even out of the first quarter.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Third team foul.
On defense, Milwaukee. Cleveland moving it around. The wide open look here for Garland. From outside, off the mark. Zubats against O'Neal. The 3 ball. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Shaquille O'Neal. That's his first personal foul.
First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence. Ouch, 3 fouls for him already, and now if you're the coach, You got to think about sitting
For the Cavaliers.
Well, when you look at Sexton, he has the ability to play either guard spot, and I like that versatility.
Well, especially in today's game, Kevin, I think smaller and smaller players are going to be able to get back during the regular season and impact the way that offenses come at you and play with pace. And Sexton, one of those guys who can slide over and be a bit of the 1-2 combo guard that you're talking about.
Kleba, no good.
They had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Ilyasova hits the bucket.
This was a complete game shoot-around with all the threes they're allowed.
Inside, Zubac jacks up a three. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Into the lane, and he goes in for the dunk.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add two ingredients. One would be playing smart. The other one, playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
And so here's Cleveland following the bucket by the Bucks. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Personal foul.
And not the guy you want to send to the line. He has been automatic. And a memory I have of Colin Sexton at Alabama. How about he scored 40 points in a game where the Tide only had 3 players on the court down the stretch. The young fellow was undaunted, and their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
And stolen by Sexton. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Cavaliers will retain possession. And let's go to the 2K leaderboard to see the teams that blocked the most shots in the NBA last year. The Bucks number 1. In third, the Cavaliers.
Both clubs physically dominant inside the paint, and that's why you see those outstanding shot blocking numbers.
Now, here's Garland. And there's the foul that goes on Ilyasova. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. And in that game with only 3 players, Sexton almost led them to a comeback, Greg. In fact, they actually cut a 14-point lead down to 3.
And that tells you about Sexton's mindset. He was not prepared to let them lose, even under the toughest scenario you can imagine. Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Nurkic with the double team. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And stolen by DiVincenzo. It's up a 3, and again Milwaukee with the triple. Breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Milwaukee.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
They've also racked up a ton of points off of turnovers so far in tonight's game.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Here's Sexton after the basket by Milwaukee. There's the call on Dante DiVincenzo.
His second personal foul.
So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus. We'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Sexton has the kind of ability out there where he's shifty and fast and strong. Can make some exciting plays happen for his team.
Now here's Ilyasova. 5 points in the game.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
And here is Garland. after Shaquille O'Neal hit the three moments ago.
And those are the kind of signs where Garland is improving his overall awareness to find teammates.
Here's Nurkic, and another three for Milwaukee.
And the D has gotten a little bit lax here defending the triple.
And now we've got the intentional foul. And it'll be his fourth time going to the free throw line in the game.
And it's a super first half for him at the free throw line.
Free throw good, Sexton. And Sexton drops them both. Bucks leading by 22. Here's Ilyasova, and a little luck that time, but it drops. Ilyasova's got 7.
Well, with that release point on Ilyasova's shot, he makes a jumper look so easy. Nice for him there.
Pass to Cornet. There's O'Neal with the three. Cavaliers with the rebound.
And the great shooters know when they got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now, here's Sexton, hoping to put that miserable performance against Milwaukee behind him tonight.
O'Neal is a force of nature. Once he gets it that low, it is a foregone conclusion.
Awesome display of athleticism captured by our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. Stolen by O'Neal. Nurkic against Garland. Shoots. And there are the Bucks with another bucket.
And the defense is in disbelief here. Triple after triple.
Lets it go with the three. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
Outstanding start from three-point range. Their shooters are on fire.
To the left wing, there's Garland. And another miss by Cleveland. Here's Cornet. He's coming off an unbelievably high-scoring game.
Yeah, they built up this lead 3 points at a time.
Well, a lot of importance placed on outside shooting, and tonight you can see why after that kind of quarter exploding from the perimeter.
And Greg, you faced some exceptional point guards during your time in the league, but who was the toughest matchup for you when you played?
Oh, man. You know, John Stockton was always one of the most difficult, but in a weird way, not because I worried about him scoring on me. It was because I had to defend his ability to make people better, and that was always a challenge. And don't forget about the great Penny Hardaway. I mean, at 6'8", that was a nightmare to deal with. And my personal all-time favorite, Isaiah Thomas, who was as good as anybody's ever been at that lead guard position. The defense a step slow. You can see the results.
They get a hand on it. And here's the fast break. Sabonis leading the way. The shot's good from DiVincenzo.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
The open look here for Sexton. His three-pointers off the mark.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play. How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Here's Cornet, guarded by Garland. And another three for Milwaukee.
He doesn't look satisfied with the lead right now. He wants more, and he looks like he's going to get it.
And that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession.
All right, a chance to check out stats for DiVincenzo. He's coming off an excellent season. 12th in shooting percentage. And he was also extremely dependable behind the three-point line, finishing the season among the top 20 in three-point percentage.
And as you said, one of the more efficient scorers in the league last season. He showed great shot selection, terrific efficiency, and more often than not, he got it in there. And so it's Sabonis who brings up the ball for the Bucks. Here's Cornet, and again Milwaukee with the triple.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
Lowry against Tatum. Lowry's shot is good.
And guys, they've allowed an embarrassing number of points off those turnovers.
Garland, the pass to Sexton. Back to Garland. Shot to stop the run. That one off the back iron and out.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Here's Ilyasova. That one goes in for him, too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
Ilyasova very comfortable in letting it go from a step or two in from the line. No problem from the mid-range.
And Ilyasova throws it down.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
Pretty exciting, the potential of Darius Garland. If he finds an offense that he can operate in and continue to be efficient, he's a guy that's going to keep improving.
And it's another Milwaukee shot right there going in.
It looks like he's got more feel tonight, like he's really got a good grip on that ball as he's letting it go.
Outside Tatum. Sexton for 3. Sabonis grabs the board. Here's Milwaukee now. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
And it's just never easy to get stops in this league, but they had a smart game plan defensively, and I felt like that was the difference.
Well, good defensive game plan, and then carrying it out for 48 minutes. That really helped them out in the last game.
And where would these guys be without all the easy points off these turnovers?
To the middle, Sabonis with the steal. Now here's Ilyasova. He's tightly guarded and slam dunk by Sabonis.
There's so much experience behind the game of Ersan Ilyasova. That's just a smart pass.
Zubats against Sabonis. And another 3 for Milwaukee.
And guys, give them credit. I mean, they've taken advantage of the turnovers in the open floor.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lowry. The 2K leaderboard provides us now with this list of last season's assist leaders. Second is Darius Garland.
Very few guys pass the ball better than he did. I mean, he didn't just have eyes in the back of his head. It's almost as if he had them on both sides, too.
Now, here's Garland. 14 points from him the last game against Milwaukee.
And guys, what impressed me most was his passing. He constantly looked for the open man and found guys in great spots.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Now here's Tatum. Last time out he had 13 points. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. DiVincenzo with it. From deep, Ilyasova. And on. Another 3 for Milwaukee.
And when you got someone putting on a show like this, I mean, in the first quarter, you have got to be kidding.
Sexton's shot is good.
Unselfish play by Tatum, getting it to a shooter in rhythm instead of chasing his own shot.
The shot will not fall. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks, able to put on a show for the ages. They've been playing.
All right, Booker's coming out of the court. Come on and get loud for your Bucks.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in a second. Guys, we've seen the Bucks really take control here early.
On the attack right from the tip, they've been relentless offensively.
Well, just taking it right at the opposition and the other team right now. No answers and no way to slow them down.
Here's Allen. Last game out, we saw him pour in 42. And
my goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there. Garland, the pass to Tatum. Back to Garland. The 3. The rebound by the Bucks.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
LeBron outside from the arc. It's good from long range. LeBron's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Fires for 3. Garland, no good.
You could see he wanted to get him back. Sadly, he couldn't capitalize from outside the arc.
Offensive rebound. Shoots the 3, and another 3 for Milwaukee.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
And that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession. Dillon Brooks, he's checked in for Tatum.
Cavaliers substitution. Dillon Brooks.
We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. There's Garland, and he can't bank that one in.
And this has been a night where you can look at his shooting and his performance, and it's affected the team. That's the bottom line.
DiVincenzo hits the bucket.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
DiVincenzo. That's his 5th personal foul. First team foul.
Zubac the pass to Brooks. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. The Cavaliers again can't hit. From deep, Antetokounmpo. And another 3 for Milwaukee.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been 3s. The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Milwaukee now they decide to foul intentionally.
That's his first personal foul. Second team foul.
Passes it to Kleba. And that time, also a missed shot.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Frustration seems to be mounting here, and you can see not just in their faces, but right now in their quick and hurried shot selection.
And he's the main reason they have the lead right now. He's been perfect from the field, literally.
Allen for 3, gets the 3-pointer to fall. Allen's got 5 points now in the quarter.
12 straight points off of 3-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
It's Antetokounmpo on the wing, and again Milwaukee with the triple.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
The pass to Zubac. And the foul called on Antetokounmpo. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
Early in the period, and they're only 1 foul away from being over the limit.
And the call will go against Grayson Allen. That's foul number 2 for him.
4th team foul.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play.
Yeah, that's got them over the limit with a lot of time still left. They're going to have to tone it down, or they may end up giving up a lot of free throws here.
And so many teams looking to space the floor. Greg, how many non-shooters can you play and still have a good offense?
Well, I think most teams go 4 out, meaning you got to have at least 4 guys that are a threat on the perimeter, keeping a vertical spacer at that dunker spot. But if your dunker can also shoot, man, that puts even more pressure on the defense. At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
Sexton kicks to Zubac. Just 5 on the clock. The high post shot. The shot by Sexton, no good.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
DiVincenzo passes to Antetokounmpo.
And sometimes the simplest play is the best one. DiVincenzo made it.
And so Sexton will bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, thank you, guys. We have seen today's athletes taking stands for social justice. All-star Bradley Beal says, we understand there will be a backlash, but we don't care about that. I'm a human being, a citizen, just like everybody else. I have family and friends still living in those environments, and I'm their voice. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you very much. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And Cleveland with a change here, too. Jared Allen's checked in for Zubats.
And getting to the line and hitting your free throws, a good way to get back into the game. It stops the clock and extends the game and allows you the opportunity to set your defense. They've been perfect from the line so far here in the second quarter.
And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
As Giannis has grown in his physical stature, widening those shoulders, having more strength, these are the kind of plays that make all that hard work pay off.
And Allen slams it in.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
Allen kicks to Brooks. Back to Allen. Here's Kleba. The Cavaliers again can't hit. James looking around. This one for three. Drains the three-pointer. LeBron's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for the Bucks.
More and more three-pointers coming at the hands of LeBron James, a sign of him growing in confidence and starting to take the numbers game seriously.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive. And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Yeah, we're chipping some orange paint off the rim here, guys. He must be more patient on offense and trying to find ways to penetrate inside and get closer to the rim.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, that along with maintaining the pace of play right now, playing with tons of intensity.
There's Garland. The Cavaliers again can't hit.
And that's something that seems to get overlooked with Giannis. How gifted a passer he is for a player of his size.
The other thing, GA, that's awesome is that as he's going along here, you can see moments where the game is literally slowing down for him. So you take a guy who's won most valuable player awards, and now the game's getting slower. Man, that's some dangerous stuff.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
Just how awesome is it to watch the best of the best start to dominate in a game.
The 19-foot shot and another basket for Milwaukee.
And now he becomes maybe a bigger part of the offense with the start he's gotten off to here.
And stolen by Ilyasova. And there are the Bucks with another bucket.
And you can see now they're starting to push the tempo to good effect.
And the call will go against Grayson Allen. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. With the bonus, we will head to the line for 2. 3 trips to the line so far for him in this one.
Taking 2.
Both free throws good from Garland. This could get even more out of hand if they continue to put up points.
Wow, Kevin, what a performance we are seeing.
Here's Garland. He's got 6. Allen outside, down low. Brooks. LeBron with the block.
Here's some advice. Don't go at LeBron James.
It's good. Allen's got 13.
You know, guys, fast break points right now in their favor, and they're really pushing the tempo.
Allen against Antetokounmpo. Allen dishes to Mobley. Shot clock at 6. Sexton the pass to Allen. The Cavaliers again can't hit. So it's the Bucks now. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter, and the basket is good.
Beautiful touch, and Giannis, with his height and quickness, he can get the mid-range shot pretty much any time he wants.
By himself, and Antetokounmpo with the jam.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Knocks it loose, and stolen by Ilyasova. And that's good from Antetokounmpo. On the assist by Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, they are really starting to push it now. Garland
against Allen. Allen kicks to Garland. No good, unable to end this run.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench if he keeps shooting like that. He has been putrid here this quarter. And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
And here's Antetokounmpo outside. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooting.
And it's Sexton penetrating. That's good, and it's Garland with the assist. Garland's got 3 assists in the game. Nice shot by James.
Well, Giannis knows he's a magnet for the defense, and that time just got off the ball.
And so Sexton will bring it up for Cleveland. Allen outside. Garland kicks to Sexton. Shot clock at 5. Off target from outside.
With him struggling tonight, they need to find some other options out there to keep themselves in the game.
Allen for 3. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Sexton the pass to Garland. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
But his shooting this quarter has to be a huge concern, especially when they're behind like this. Can he find the rhythm? He's played a huge role in this game to this point, but it looks like he just wants more. He wants to make sure that this lead holds up.
Ball's knocked loose, and they'll get another chance. Allen for 3, and he's good on the 3-ball. Allen's got 22 points.
Well, this is a gravity game right now. Whatever he throws up must come down. He's having a great game.
Garland, 3 points.
Allen surveying the D, and there are the Bucks with another bucket.
And yeah, he's not messing around. He wants no part of a comeback in this one.
Well, he's grabbed the tee and the blanket because he's putting this one to bed.
And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. Bucks ahead, opening up a huge gap. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. Alongside Coach Thibodeau. Tibbs, some stuff to clean up. What will the points of emphasis be going into the second half?
Better defense. We keep allowing them to get second shots, defensive transition, not challenging their shots properly. So if we don't play defense, we can't win.
And we'll see if your guys can stick to the script better in the second half, Coach. Thanks. Back to you guys.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
Thanks for tuning in. Welcome. A clinic execution so far, as it's been a dominant showing for the Milwaukee Bucks.
Well, they went downtown and threw a party, and fortunately, we were all invited. The key is their shooters weren't afraid to pull the trigger on open looks, and it's a blowout right now.
Next up, the power rankings. Let's take a peek at which teams are at the top of the association.
And a look here now at the Bucks. They need to step back and take a look at what's going wrong. Mistakes have killed them, not just turnovers, but poor decision making. This is a team everyone wants to play right now to get a W.
And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You gotta like what Ersan Ilyasova has done in this game.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. They've got Dante DiVincenzo. O'Neal is out there with Ilyasova. Then there's Maxi Kleber, and it's Nurkic in at the 1. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. To the paint. And there's Garland. That's good on the assist by Sexton. And that's now 11 points for Darius Garland. DiVincenzo
just one step ahead of the D that time.
they've been a little too casual with the ball out there.
Yeah, but you can't force that square peg into the round hole. Oftentimes, you just got to make that first simple pass and get a rhythm from that.
DiVincenzo gets the bucket.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. And here's Ilyasova outside. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
It's a huge part of why Ilyasova is so valuable. At 6'9", able to step out and shoot it.
Zubac kicks to Kleba. Doesn't go that time. And Milwaukee the other way now. Here's Shaq, and there are the Bucks with another bucket.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
I mean, this team is just dangerous. Right now, every shot that they're putting up feels like it's going in.
Here's Garland. He's got 11. Nurkic with the steal. O'Neal kicks to Nurkic. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
Great ball movement there.
Cavaliers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Zubac finds Brooks, and they get it. Now, here's Garland. Offline with the baseline jumper.
Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
And the Cavaliers pushing it up now. Rebound, Milwaukee.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits, and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Nurkic with it. Guarded now by Sexton. Shoots. And another basket for Milwaukee.
Nurkic tonight stepping up in a big way and taking the lead role here offensively.
Pass to Garland. No good from outside.
Well, if he wants to make the defense work, he's got to start knocking down the threes. Only one so far in this game for him, and none since halftime. Well, he's got that height advantage, and out on the perimeter, a smaller defender is just not going to contest.
Pass to Kleba. Launches a 3. Rebounded by the Bucks. O'Neal's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Passes it to DiVincenzo. From deep, Ilyasova. And another 3 for Milwaukee.
And the three-point shot has just been money so far tonight.
To stop the drought. And it's Zubac laying it in. Zubac has got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Any possession that ends in a shot from that range after good player and ball movement, that's a good one.
He faded back on that one to give himself some room.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
This team did something in halftime, going from a mild-mannered half-court executing team to some heroic shooting in the second half.
Sinks the triple. Nurkic has got 28 points for the game. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Milwaukee.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They have not wasted any time here tonight. They've pushed it whenever they've had the opportunity and have gotten a lot of fast break points out of it.
Cavaliers making a switch here. Tatum's checked in. Nurkic against Garland.
The wheels have completely come off for him here in the second half.
The Cavaliers again can't hit. DiVincenzo gets the bucket.
That's one of the toughest shots in the NBA to stop. And if Dante's able to pull up consistently like that, it's going to open up some things offensively.
Lets the 3 fly, and another 3 for Milwaukee.
And he's on his way to putting up a big 3-point total.
And there's the call on Dante DiVincenzo. That's his 6th foul. He'll watch the rest of the game from the bench.
His 6th personal foul. 2nd team foul.
And it's the Cavaliers with the ball to the inside. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation.
3 seconds.
While we have a chance, let's take a look at the teams that led the NBA in rebounding last season. The Bucks #1, the Cavaliers 4th.
I mean, these clubs are almost a mirror image of one another in that regard. You look at the rebounding numbers, really impressive just how physically dominant they both are in the paint. And he's caught fire this quarter, yet to miss a shot.
Tatum passes to Garland. Here's Sexton. The Cavaliers again can't hit. O'Neal, that's a 2-pointer. And it's another Milwaukee shot right there going in.
And I want to see more of that from him. I mean, he's been passing up on his shot more than usual, even though he's hitting the ones that he takes.
And finished off by Nurkic.
Big body there with Nurkic coming through. He knows he's got size on most guys he's going to play against.
Looking to end the run. Garland, no good.
And it's another just bad decision on a night full of those. His shot selection tonight has been questionable at best.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. That's tipped. Nurkic with the steal. 3-pointer. And another 3 for Milwaukee.
And until he cools off, I'd keep the ball in his hand.
Garland looking it over. Nurkic with the steal. For the finish. And finished off by Nurkic.
Yeah, Nurkic using those active hands and just kick-starting the offense in the fast break.
Knocked away. Kleba kicks to Garland. He swipes the ball away again.
And he's just been able to anticipate their every move.
Yeah, you're right. An absolute pest on the defensive end.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
And there's the foul. It goes on Ilyasova. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Sabonis, he's checked in for the Bucks. Lowry comes in for Yusuf Nurkic. Valanciunas, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
And he's pretty relentless inside. Valanciunas gets after it down low. It might not always look pretty, but he makes the most of his chances in the paint. And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Valanciunas, good.
He's been accurate tonight. I think the best way for them to succeed is to get him more shots. Sounds simple, but it comes down to execution.
And the dunk by Lowry.
Oh, nice drive by Lowry. Cutting the defense to pieces and then getting himself open for a look.
Wide open look here for Zubac. No good on the 3. Here's Sabonis. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
And remember when big men shooting threes were as rare as a Sasquatch, and now those big guys are everywhere.
Zubac, no good. Bounce pass, Kleba. Outside Lowry. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
You know, there was a time when three-point shooting was a liability for Lowry, but the guy has put in the time, and now he is a solid option from deep.
Kleba with it. Garland picks him up. Ilyasova a screen. Kleba with the bucket.
Really their own worst enemy right now with all these turnovers.
They're getting beat up pretty badly out there.
And I don't care what anybody says. You can't keep the status quo. If it ain't working, you got to make some changes.
2 minutes.
Lowry has the open look. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
He understands when to make the right play. Lowry refused to let the fast break opportunity go to waste.
And stolen by Ilyasova. Fader on the way. And another 3 for Milwaukee.
With the finish line in sight, this guy is determined to be the one to put the game away.
And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That'll be his second foul of the game. And the Cavaliers making a change here. Mobley's checked in. Milwaukee on D. Lowry brings the double.
I don't know if you push the panic button now, but that's the fourth personal. And he needs to stay aggressive out there. So it's going to be interesting to see how he plays moving forward.
At the line for the Cavaliers, Darius Garland.
Both free throws good from Garland. Here's Lowry. 12 points for him. Going inside, takes it up with both hands and grips it down.
And DiVincenzo with a head of steam. Man, he got up.
Garland against Lowry. Cleveland moving it around. Sexton the pass to Garland. DiVincenzo with the rebound. DiVincenzo's got 6 rebounds here tonight, and he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
And a big sigh of relief as offensively Dante has opened up a can of all he's got.
There's 45 seconds left in the third. And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That's his third foul so far on a situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. This will be his 5th trip to the free throw line.
And what a performance he's put in at the free throw line.
Dylan Brooks, he's checked in for the Cavaliers.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half. Didn't need to. Two hands for that slam. One will do just fine.
You're right. He can save the other hand for the next time. Brooks misses.
And that's one way to end up in the highlights.
Yeah, well, the bloopers, right?
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
And to make that mistake at this time is tough to come back from.
Well, not making things easier on themselves right now, that's for sure.
Antetokounmpo with the bucket.
And you love it when your star player gets down there and gets dirty, and that time Antetokounmpo in there.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers.
And coach can't be happy, and I think I know why. Their defense putting up no resistance inside.
No, they're not preventing them from scoring, and if you can get to a high-efficiency shot on the floor, and that's the paint, you just keep going.
Cavaliers substitution. Teo Maladon, Jordan Nwora, Torrey Craig.
Gets it off. The shot missing. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks enjoying the kind of gigantic lead you almost never see. The scoring.
All right, Booker's coming out of the court.
In a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard. Put the pass right on the money.
So helpful to the offensive versatility when your bigs can create, freeing everybody up, and that cut was wide open.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. On the court for Cleveland, Mobley and Allen, the two big men inside. Allen is out there with Will Barton, and it's Craig in at the threesome. And an intentional foul right there. The dynamic, Greg, between players and officials is always interesting. With some players saying they think there's a lot of room for improvement. What do you think?
Well, we do see players getting teed up for simply making their case, and really the guys just want to play. So, yeah, you love to see a little bit more harmony out on the floor, and maybe we need to get those two groups together in the offseason to break bread and try to smooth over that relationship.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
Here's Nurkic, and that's an intentional foul.
Evan Mobley. That's his first personal foul. 15 foul.
He misses the free throw.
Nurkic, another talented player from Europe, playing in Croatia before coming over to the NBA, and the international game continues to make an impact on how it's played here.
The pass to Allen. And here is Maladon. Sabonis with the steal. There's the drive.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
Mobley wide open. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. Here's Prostakis. And another basket for Milwaukee.
Read the defense perfectly on that possession.
And with so many entertainment options these days, Brent, the NBA not shy innovating to attract and retain viewers. Where do you sit with that? Keep it the same or be creative?
Well, I think the league does a great job of being creative, and I think that Adam Silver does a really good job of not just being a leader, but being a listener. And there's tremendous participation between the Players Association and the commissioner and the ownership group to continue to press the way that the game is played, try to innovate in the way that the game is broadcast, and it'll continue to do those sort of things to draw in the fans that love this game and are invited to that kind of competition.
Vegas, and he gets the bucket.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Screened by Valanciunas. Knocked loose. Over in the corner, Allen. Pass to Barton. Craig kicks to Barton. Trying to find Valanciunas. Gets it to him. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession.
Well, that's two teammates who need to reintroduce themselves to one another, not on the same page.
And the Bucks with possession. Right now they're on a 9-0 run and finish off by Nurkic.
At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
Timeout called the Bucks. And back in the day, Greg, Allen Iverson got criticized for devaluing practice. Now we've got healthy players sitting out a game. Has load management gone too far, you think?
Not a practice, but a game. We got guys missing games, Kevin. There's no doubt about it. But honestly, I'm really all for load management in this regard. If I owned a team and I had to invest $200 million in a player, I want to do everything I can to prolong my investment. And the reality is we've got our stars playing at unprecedented lifts at higher levels later in their careers. So I'm all for doing what we can to prolong the careers of our very best players.
Here's Nurkic. Good on the three-point shot. Nurkic has got 6 here in this quarter.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Confidence is sensational, and it feels like no one is going to stop him tonight from scoring.
Here's Cornette. And another 3 for Milwaukee.
He's just stretching them out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
I'm not sure what the defense collectively was thinking there. You got to know where he is at all times.
Valanciunas finds Craig. Here's Maledon. And stolen by DiVincenzo. Fires the 3. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
3 triples in the first half, 3 in the second. Boy, do they add up.
Now Barton. Pass to Maledon. Barton trying to get open. The Cavaliers again can't hit.
Give him a little credit. Take some guts to keep shooting if you're struggling this bad. It's getting a little bit ugly right now.
And we've seen this before. Once Lowry gets cooking, he's an absolute load who cannot be stopped.
And stolen by Kyle Lowry. For 3, he just cannot miss. 8 up, 8 in. Flawless.
And what a turnaround from the first half. I mean, he's been incredible here in the second half.
Got a piece of it. And stolen by Ilyasova. The 3 for DiVincenzo. And another 3 for Milwaukee.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
And I don't know how they keep doing this, but every time down, the resulting possession ends up at the three-point line and a fairly efficient shot attempt at that.
Dylan Brooks, he's checked in for Torrey Craig. Now here's Maledon. Clock at 6. Barton, wide open, he fires. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket. And here's Ilyasova outside. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Ilyasova. And taking care of the ball has been a problem for him.
That's something they've got to fix. While the defense has been good, a lot of these turnovers have been unforced.
Here's Allen.
Yeah, and he plays a lot bigger than that 6-foot frame would suggest. Lowry is just a bundle of energy out there.
Took him no time at all on that one. Lowry's got 7 points here in this quarter.
And he is starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
And with the 2020 class, we saw your teammate Tim Duncan get inducted into basketball's Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I loved hearing some of the stories that other players and coaches and competitors had around going up against Tim, and the reverence, the respect, that they could never rattle him. It's so cool to hear those stories from the outside, having been a player so fortunate to be on the inside and understand what made him tick, what made him great, and just how special he was as a leader for so long for that Spurs organization.
Brooks with no one around. Here's Cornette. Shoots over Barton. And it's another Milwaukee shot right there going in. They've been looking out of sorts in the last few possessions.
And this is when you need to be patient. Find a high percentage shot and have some floor balance.
Here he goes. And he jams it with authority.
Vincenzo, he can really get up there.
Here's Maledon. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Cornette. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
And the Cavaliers with some changes. Sexton comes in for Barton. And it's Garland in for Maledon. Valanciunas passes to Sexton. That's tipped.
Ilyasova, with the length he has on those arms of his, he got to the ball.
Here's Cornette, guarded by Garland. And another three for Milwaukee.
I mean, this guy is unreal. What a show.
Garland kicks to Allen. Here's Sexton. The rebound by the Bucks. Ilyasova's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers. And so here's Cleveland. They have yet to put up any points here in the fourth. Ilyasova with the ball. Now Valanciunas defending. Pulls it from 20. And that one drops. Ilyasova's got 48.
You have to admire the awareness and aggressiveness that Ilyasova showed on the play right there.
Allen drives in, and that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession.
Cleveland ball.
The open shot, Garland. And here's Lowry. He'll bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets.
And maybe that's the advantage at his height that Ilyasova has down there on the block, a high release point, which allows him to score easily.
And Garland comes to help. DiVincenzo gets the bucket.
Just a humongous fourth quarter for him, especially from long range. Just in a groove now, and that trey has been deadly.
Back to Sexton. And here's Brooks from outside. DiVincenzo with the rebound. DiVincenzo's got 7 rebounds in the game.
And some much-needed offense right there. He ends that fantastic run by Milwaukee.
And finished off by Nurkic.
Nurkic around there, big and right on top of the cylinder.
Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
Yeah, focus, focus, focus. Just make the simple play.
Lowry for 3, and another 3 for Milwaukee.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Cleveland moving the ball around. Here's Garland. Rebound by Nurkic.
Wow, what a rough second half for him shooting the basketball. Maybe you adopt a pass-first mentality at this point.
Hey, fans, who wants a free T-shirt? Make some noise. Ladies and gentlemen, your Bucks dance team.
To present the New Balance Player of the Game, Ersan Ilyasova.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working, and no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile one block we just saw on replay.
And big defensive plays like that will help them stay in control of this one.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Bucks.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And every win important, and this one will go down as win number 3.
And once the horn sounds, they're going to go up 2-0 in the season series.
Here's Allen, and it's Allen with the jam.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Loved it. The guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
Valanciunas dishes to Sexton. It's Brooks on the wing to halt the run. No good on that one. Now the Bucks take it the other way. Here's Shaq, and the dunk by O'Neal.
This arena was rocking throughout the night. You could really feel the energy.
Yeah, huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
Allen for 3, and another 3 for Milwaukee. 5 seconds left in the fourth quarter. From deep, off on that one. So no problem for Milwaukee as they get the win. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go. And once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. LeBron, were you satisfied with the team's performance tonight?
We got a very good team, but in order for us to continue to improve, we have to go out and we have to defend, we have to play for one another, and we have to be selfless. You know, it's not about the individual, it's about the team, and if we all give in to what the team needs to do to be better, then we'll be okay.
It is a work in progress, LeBron. Thanks for your time. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. We'll see you next time